My name is Ed Smith, and I'm the executive chef at Monterey Bay and Sakari Restaurant in Mount Washington. And today I'm going to demonstrate on how to cut a king salmon and cook one of the dishes that's going on our new menu. It is flown in from New Zealand, from the isolated Marlborough Sounds Bay of New Zealand. The reason why we use this particular product, it's sustainability, it's environmentally responsible. What I've learned is that from talking to local fishermen and when I've gone deep sea fishing, is that I've seen a lot of people cut the salmon closer to the head and missing the larger piece that's up front, that's behind the gill, which is one of the better pieces of meat on the entire one. So we're gonna make that first and cut, and then hit the spinal cord and hold the belly flap up. We're just gonna travel right down that spinal cord, holding the bottom piece and going straight down. I've noticed that that is the easiest way to cut the salmon, and it just comes right off where you get a nice even fillet. You don't want a seesaw motion that you're gonna have sharp edges on this fillet at all. It should just come right off. So when you're cutting the other side, you would just want to repeat that same cut right up towards the back of the head. Go to the bottom, right the spinal cord, and follow the same way down, holding this belly flap up so you don't cut through. And then your rib cage, you're gonna have a little bit of fin tissue here. That should come right off, and that should come off of one piece. Next, what we're gonna do, take off the rib bones. You wanna have a nice sharp knife. Again, you don't wanna seesaw through these. Nice fluid strokes. If you come a little too close to that spine, I'm gonna get that all off there. The final step before we skin it is that you're just going to pull the pin bones out. I like to use a pair of needle nose pliers. You can feel down, see if you missed any. Next step is to skin it. You need a pretty sharp knife. Make a small indentation at the very end. Get underneath and get a good grip on this, and you just want to wiggle this back piece and get a really good grip, and you should be able to pull it and just slide it through. What you want is no salmon flesh on the skin at all. It'll leave that nice piece of fat that is right behind the skin. That's going to help in the cooking process, so it won't dry out your salmon or anything like that. For this preparation, we're just going to cut it in half. We're just going to cut small little medallions. Okay, now that the fish is cut, what we're going to do is put together our dish. It only has a few ingredients in it. I'm a very big proponent of having very simple ingredients, very good textures, and having very good quality ingredients. So right now we're going to grab the Ora King, and we're just going to season that with a little bit of smoked applewood sea salt, preheated with a little bit of olive oil. Place the salmon in the pan. This will not take very long to cook at all because of the thickness. Seasoning the other side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add the whole lemon to the pan itself. Once this gets them searing on one side, I'm going to toss it in the oven for about 3 to 4 minutes. We're going to start building the plate. We have 4 different purees here. So what we're going to do is season those. So the sweet potato is going to get fresh horseradish. And this already has butter and salt and pepper in it. And all these are just root vegetables boiled in a little bit of water until they're tender and pureed up. Next is the buttered beet. And there's already a little butter in there, so we're just going to add a little salt and a little pepper. The celery root, we want to add a little bit of smoked, applewood smoked sea salt. And the carrot, we want to add a little bit of truffle salt. So when we're putting this together, if you like what you saw, come visit us or look for us online at Sgoeet.com.